There's something unsettling about Sigma males that most people can't quite put their finger on. They don't announce themselves like alphas. They don't follow the crowd like betas. They exist in a category all their own, operating by rules that make others deeply uncomfortable. Today we're exposing the 8 most terrifying behaviors that Sigma males exhibit naturally. Behaviors that can make even the strongest people feel exposed and vulnerable. Before we begin, only 23% of you are subscribed. If you want to understand the dark psychology behind human behavior, hit that subscribe button. You're going to need it for what's coming. Let's dive into the terrifying world of the Sigma male psyche. 1. They see through your mask instantly. This is the most unsettling thing about Sigma males. Their ability to see past your carefully constructed facade within seconds of meeting you. While others are distracted by your social performance, Sigma males are reading the micro-expressions you didn't know you were making. They notice the slight tension in your voice when you lie. They catch the momentary flicker of insecurity behind your confident smile. It's like being X-rayed by someone who doesn't need a machine. They've spent years observing human behavior from the outside, making them masters at detecting authenticity or the lack of it. When you're putting on an act, they know. When you're trying too hard to impress, they see it. When you're hiding something, they sense it. Ever met someone who made you feel like they could see your deepest secrets just by looking at you? That uncomfortable feeling of being completely transparent to a stranger? That's the Sigma effect. 2. They weaponize silence like a predator. Most people fear silence. They fill every pause with nervous chatter, desperate to avoid the discomfort of quiet moments. Sigma males? They use silence as a weapon. They understand something terrifying. In the absence of words, people reveal everything. When a Sigma male goes quiet during a conversation, it's not because they have nothing to say. It's because they're watching you squirm. They're letting the pressure build until you crack and reveal more than you intended. Picture this. You're explaining something to a Sigma male. Instead of responding immediately, they just stare. 5 seconds, 10 seconds. The silence becomes unbearable. So you start talking again, adding details you never meant to share, desperately trying to fill the void. That's exactly what they wanted. This technique, called strategic silence, is used by interrogators and master manipulators. But Sigma males do it instinctively. They've learned that people will reveal their weaknesses, their fears, their true motivations when faced with uncomfortable silence. 3. They remember everything you've forgotten. Here's something that will make your skin crawl. Sigma males have elephant-like memories for human behavior patterns. That casual comment you made 6 months ago? That inconsistency in your story from last year? That time you revealed your insecurity after a few drinks? They remember it all. While you've moved on, forgotten, and assumed everyone else has too, they've been quietly cataloging every piece of information about you. Imagine meeting a Sigma male again after months of no contact. During conversation, they casually reference something specific you said long ago, something you don't even remember saying. The way they recall exact details, exact phrases, exact emotions, it's unnerving. This isn't about having a good memory. It's about being strategically observant. They remember because they see every interaction as potentially valuable information. Every conversation is data to be stored and potentially used later. The terrifying part isn't just that they remember, it's how they use these memories. They can bring up your past inconsistencies at precisely the moment when it would be most devastating to your current argument or position. 4. They predict your moves before you make them. This might be the most disturbing Sigma male trait of all, their ability to predict human behavior with terrifying accuracy. They don't just remember what you've done, they know what you're going to do next. After years of observing patterns, Sigma males develop an almost supernatural ability to predict human reactions. They know that when you're stressed, you'll make specific choices. When you're insecure, you'll behave in predictable ways. When you're cornered, you'll follow certain patterns. Ever had someone finish your sentence in a way that was eerily accurate? Or someone who seemed to anticipate your reaction before you even had it? That's a Sigma male running behavioral algorithms in their head. This predictive ability makes them incredibly dangerous in negotiations, relationships, and conflicts. They're not just reacting to what you're doing, they're already 3 steps ahead, preparing for what you're going to do next. 5. They disappear without explanation or warning. Nothing is more psychologically disturbing than someone who can completely vanish from your life without a trace. Sigma males are masters of the ghost exit. One day they're part of your routine, the next day they're gone. No explanation, no goodbye, no forwarding address. This isn't about being rude or inconsiderate. It's about their fundamental belief that they owe nobody their presence. When a situation, relationship, or environment no longer serves them, they simply evaporate. The psychological impact on others is devastating. You're left questioning everything. What did you do wrong? Were you not important enough for an explanation? Did they ever care at all? Here's the disturbing truth. They probably did care. They just care about their own peace more than your need for closure. This behavior triggers deep abandonment fears in people. It forces you to confront the uncomfortable reality that everyone in your life is there by choice, not obligation. And that choice can be revoked at any moment. The most unsettling part? They don't lose sleep over it. While you're analyzing every interaction, wondering what went wrong, they've already moved on completely. Your emotional turmoil doesn't register on their radar. They've mastered something most people never learn, the art of walking away without looking back. 6. They operate by rules only they understand. Sigma males live by a code that makes no sense to anyone else. Their decision-making process is completely alien to conventional thinking. They'll turn down lucrative opportunities for reasons that seem insane to others. They'll cut off profitable relationships over principles nobody else values. They'll make choices that appear self-destructive, but somehow always work out in their favor. This unpredictability is terrifying because it means you can never really understand them. You can't predict their reactions using normal social rules because they're not playing by normal social rules. They might be incredibly generous one day and completely cold the next, with no apparent pattern or logic. They might invest deeply in someone who seems unworthy while ignoring someone who appears perfect for them. The disturbing part is that their seemingly random behavior isn't random at all. They're operating by a complex internal system that factors in variables others don't even notice. 7. They expose weakness without saying a word. Sigma males have a terrifying ability to make people reveal their deepest insecurities without asking a single probing question. It's not what they do, it's what they don't do. They don't validate your insecurities. They don't rush to make you feel better about yourself. They don't participate in the social dance of mutual ego stroking that most people rely on. This forces you to confront your own neediness. When you make a self-deprecating joke and they don't reassure you, you realize how desperately you were seeking validation. When you brag about an achievement and they respond with indifference, you see how much you needed their approval. Their emotional neutrality becomes a mirror that reflects your own emotional instability. Every insecurity you have becomes amplified in their presence because they refuse to play the role of comforter or validator. The most disturbing part? They're not trying to expose your weaknesses. They're just being authentic, which makes your inauthenticity painfully obvious by contrast. 8. They remember every betrayal and never forget. The most terrifying thing about Sigma males might be their perfect memory for betrayal and their complete inability to truly forgive. Cross a Sigma male once, and you're done forever. Not in a dramatic, vengeful way, in a quiet, permanent way that's somehow much worse. They don't seek revenge. They don't plot against you. They don't even seem angry. They just erase you. You become irrelevant to their existence as if you never mattered at all. They don't give second chances because they don't believe people fundamentally change. To them, your betrayal wasn't a mistake or a moment of weakness. It was a revelation of your true character. What makes this truly terrifying is their definition of betrayal. It might not be what you expect. Sometimes it's not about what you did to them. It's about what you did to someone else that revealed your moral character. They're always watching, always evaluating, always deciding whether you're worthy of remaining in their carefully curated world. And once you're out forever. What's your experience with these behaviors? Have you encountered someone who exhibited these traits? Let me know in the comments below. And if this video opened your eyes to psychological patterns you hadn't noticed before, subscribe for more content that explores the darker aspects of human behavior. Until next time, stay aware.